Let's see if we can get these boogers clean. Baby, they clean now. They clean now, y'all. Trying to clean my glasses right quick. Oh yeah. Now I cannot see hardly anything on the screen when I got my glasses on. I'm just trying to let them dry. Then I'm gonna take them back off right quick. But yeah, there's that. Anyway, y'all come on in here. Yes, yes. I'm still sitting here looking crazy, honey. It is Monday, and I'm acting accordingly. I should have been got up, took some out to eat, cleaned a little bit, but guess what? I have not. I was tired. It was a long weekend. Yeah. So I need to catch up on a little rest. And that's exactly what I did. Listen to your body. Be kind. Give your body a little rest sometime. It's okay. It's okay. I'm a middle-aged woman with a 7-year-old who is always on the go. Go, 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 go. And I do mean always on the go. So, yeah, it's okay. Hmm. Well, we all know when I get ready, I will put this shit on. But today, I'm kind to myself. I'm lenient. I am patient with myself. I'm not rushing myself. I'm taking my time today. I deserve this. Yesterday was rough for me. I'm fighting through battles you wouldn't imagine. Anywho, hey y'all, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, please, and thank you. Good afternoon to everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all living out there? It's currently 12:44 my time here in Louisiana, and I just come to talk about. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Shirley Strawberry and Ernesto Williams situation. So I'll probably come back and revisit these, but just to give you a little backstory, Shirley Strawberry is the co-host on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. She is the author of the Strawberry Letter. Ernesto Williams is her criminal husband, who has been a con artist for many, many years, right? So I want to come and talk about that. I want to talk about how Shirley Strawberry was not near as innocent as people thought she was. Shirley Strawberry is since 70 something years old, looks amazing. God has been good. Baby, he is still keeping her. She looks amazing. However, I wanted to talk about how she knew who Ernesto, her ex-husband, she had since divorced him, was before she married him. And there was proof because somebody that Ernesto had already done with, dealt with, which went by the name of Ebony Steele. I know you guys know Ebony Steele. She worked on the radio as well. Well, Ebony Steele had dealt with Ernesto before Shirley Strawberry. Shirley Strawberry basically got Ernesto from Ebony Steele, but he was a willing participant. Uh, you can go look on my community wall, and you will see why I shared two videos. One where Shirley Strawberry had already been told from Ebony Steele about Ernesto. and she chose to keep going. She chose to deal with him anyway. Hey Glenn, good evening. How you doing? I'm sorry, good afternoon. Hey Glenn, what's for lunch, Glenn? What you had? But yeah, Miss Strawberry was not near as innocent as people would like to portray her to be, even at her age. She knew Ebony Steele had already told Shirley Strawberry that look, this man is a con artist and his son and his friends. Ebony Strawberry say he had took her social security number, allegedly, her mother's social security number, allegedly. There's a video to bag up all of this though, so hold tight. And used it just like he did Shirley Strawberry's daughter, Sheridan. So Miss Strawberry was well aware of who this man was, but she stated, I thought all of this was behind you. What people did not know, they were married for 8 years. He went to jail 6 times while him and Shirley Strawberry were married. Okay? He went to jail a total of 6 times in the 8 years they were married. And she kept this last time saying, this is Job. This Job, honey, read Job, the story of Job. But I'm going to go ahead and make a long story short on this part anyway, because we're going to deep dive off into how she knew and how she accepted it. And it's okay. It just goes to show that even at a certain age, I can speak on myself, how I began to panic when I wanted a child, and it came to 39 years old, and God had not done it for me, and I was flipping my shit. You know what I'm saying? I was literally flipping out. I was done with God. I told him, I'm going to keep praying for you, but I ain't finna pray for you for that. Here it is. I done raised my goddaughter and took amazing care of her, so you could trust me with children. And she wasn't the only child. She was just a child that stayed in the house with me, right? That I reared from a week old. And I was just done with it. And then the next thing you know, a couple of months later, guess what? God came through for me and blessed me with the desires of my heart, which was Joe. Okay? So I know how it is when you get to a certain age and you get to flipping your shit, right? Now, fortunately, I've never had to flip my shit behind a man while I'm just going cuckoo. You know what I'm saying? But I can imagine at Shirley Strawberry's age, have been pre-married and divorced, I want to say twice. How she panicked. So let me just start with that. I believe that Shirley was just a sweet person who actually believed that Ernesto was going to change his ways. He always hit her with the you not regular, you not a regular woman, you not a regular woman. He would always say that to her. For references, you can go look at the videos on phone calls from prison. Hey girl, hey Shay, it's me, Cherry, in my regular glory, honey, because this is it and this is all, right? Shout out to Shay and her husband for dropping all those amazing phone calls, text messages. Again, it is phone calls from prison, and you can go over there and check it out, baby. Go down the rabbit hole. Again, phone calls from prison, because we're going to talk about this. This is talk worthy, I promise you. So I can see where Shirley flipped her shit. Shirley is also a Christian woman who has a very big heart, a very forgiving heart. And you're dealing with a con artist who would take her love for God and throw it back in her face. You're dealing with a con artist. Shirley did not know her name was on documents. She didn't know her name was on cards. He is a well-known con artist, okay? And what Shirley thought was, okay, I'm bringing him closer to God, and he's going to be okay, right? He's ready to settle down in his older age, because she's about 9 years older than him, right? Shirley's 70, and he is like 60 something. I say 9 years, but I do believe it's 9 years. I'm just not sure, but I know Shirley is about 70, 71, or 72 at this point, because this been years ago. So I can see how she flipped her shit and thought, okay, well, she went to panicking. A, a second little fact is he was never friends of Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey may have known him, but he was never a friend of Steve Harvey because the proposal came on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. For those of you who know, but for those of you who don't, go down the rabbit hole. Phone calls from prison, and go look up the strawberry letter proposal. Those are two things you can go look up and start from there. Once you start from there, you'll be able to drop down in the chat and we can really have a conversation. But once you go down that rabbit hole, baby, it's a rabbit hole. But I'm here to say this, that Miss Strawberry knew who her husband was when she married him. But again, I believe she began to panic and she flipped her shit because she looked at her age. She saw this fairly decent, handsome country man, thinking that he was ready to put his con artistry ways away, and he was not. He did not. Actually, because of who she was, her status, her celebrity pool, her celebrity status, what he did was he took that and he played even harder. He opened up a barber shop in Buckhead called Nesto's Buckhead, where it started at $50 before they even touch you. It was a celebrity barber shop where all the celebrities went to get their hair done, and they had a basement in there. You have witnesses who come out talking about what was going on down up in there. You even had someone who was actually living down there. They had a blow up mattress down there. Y'all, this rabbit hole goes so deep. Now this is interesting. This is something I want to dissect and deep dive into because this is going to help a lot of women who are struggling with waiting on God. This gonna really bless you. I've been going down this rabbit hole for quite a while now, and I'm telling you, this is gonna help you in a situation with waiting on God, and it's gonna show you that even when you don't wait, even when you get in trouble and you go against what God would have you to do, how God will still come back and bless you indeed, in spite of. God will still bless you in front of your enemies. When Ernesto met Shirley, she was only making, I think, 500,000 a year. Um, she paid for his attorneys while he was in jail. I shouldn't call figures because I don't know. But what I can tell you is since the divorce of Ernesto, which was all public, by the way. Again, if you're going down this rabbit hole, phone calls from prison and look up Shirley Strawberry, the Strawberry Letter. Especially the proposal, so that you can see who this man was and what he was about. What I can say is, since the divorce from Ernesto, guess what? She is now making she signed a $5 million contract now. The whole the whole point of all this was she kept speaking life into her husband who was dead, soul was dead. See, you don't get to go around and use people, con people, get all people money, and do all this type of stuff to people and think that God gonna bless you. Because she was an upright woman. Regardless of the mistakes she had made, she was an upright woman and she loved and respected her husband. What did he do? Conned everybody around her, cheated on her with women. He even had a woman living next door to them that he was cheating with. He had a mistress go in the courtroom and pretend like she was a lawyer. Her name is Erica King, okay? But like I said, y'all get ready to go down this rabbit hole with me. If you have any questions, you can leave them on my community post. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up, please, and thank you. This rabbit hole goes deep. But in the end, it all worked out for Shirley. She got more money than she ever had. She got more notoriety than she ever had. She was blessed. She lost everything. She lost her car. She lost her house. She lost herself. She lost everything. Shirley Strawberry is truly the modern day story of Job, and God gave it all back. He gave it all back and then some. And guess where Nesto is? Him and his side hand silly busted balloon chest Sonya. He's still sitting in jail. Shirley was praying and speaking life into her husband. But the whole while, Shirley was Job. And I'm going to cut that off right there. And with that being said, you guys have an amazing day on purpose. Make sure you hit that thumbs up video. While you trying to speak and pour life into this man, and she did that. She stood by her husband till she couldn't stand no more. He lied and conned her. One minute he stayed on the phone with the side hand sung it more than anything. Shirley barely heard from him. She could not understand his sons is con artist Dre, big tall regular ass, who got his own truck and company. They always talked about big people. See, now it's my time. They always talked about big people. Again, I've been down this rabbit hole for quite a while. Dre, who's a big, tall, flat-foot fucker. A nesto with his nasty, I fuck in the ass, jailbird ass. Also, busted balloon chest, bad, good, I can't eat, live in the RV because I'm homeless, Sonya. Yeah, and when I tell you we gonna drag them, we gonna drag them. Yeah. They talked about Shirley Strawberry's best friend, so bad. They called her fat girl, just all kind of mean stuff. You know why? Because birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. So y'all get ready again, and we're gonna do our own deep dive and go down through our own rabbit hole about the Ernesto and Shirley Strawberry situation. Okay? And with that being said, again, you guys make sure you tune in, hit the thumbs up,